how to grow your business, how I took my hobby business to 6 figures and beyond. Hi, I'm Lucy Griffiths, and rewind the clock a good few years now, I definitely had a hobby business. I sucked at selling and I felt really awkward about putting myself out there. I could be visible, but I didn't want to offer anything or sell anything. And I was definitely spending more on all the outsourcing and the kind of, oh, I'll buy this course and do this thing and learn this thing, rather than actually selling and making a profitable business. So how did I turn it around and create a profitable business? And I was not an overnight success story. I am not 6 figures in 7 seconds. Far from it. I'm quite the opposite. But I did take this hobby business that was becoming an expensive hobby into something that became a really viable, profitable business. And during the pandemic, kept myself, my now ex-husband, and all of us afloat and paid mortgages when everything around us was crumbling. So I want to share how I did that. So first of all, in the beginning, I was offering one-to-one services. I was going out, I was consulting for people, and I was going out and doing video production. And a lot of that one-to-one work was really draining, and it was very difficult with juggling a small baby. And so I knew that I had to carve back my time. And so I began to build a digital course, and I did that while juggling a toddler in the beginning, and it was challenging and difficult. Don't get me wrong, it was really challenging navigating train sets and, he'd be playing with bits of Duplo and I'd be doing a bit of work, and then we'd play a bit more, and I somehow got it done. But then I built this thing. How do you sell it? And in the beginning, I really sucked at selling. I was so bad at selling my one-to-one services. I would have a sales call for about 4 hours, and I remember having this one for about 4 hours, and then at the end of it she was like, oh, I've got everything for now, I'm good, thank you so much for your time, you were amazing. And of course she didn't buy it. I remember another time like helping this guy, giving him all this advice, and then him saying, oh, I must find someone who does, and I was like, but I do that. And he was like, oh, and it was just awful. I completely and utterly, I can't tell you how bad I was. I was appalling. But I got better because the sheer fact that I had a course, it was a product rather than me. And so from a mindset point of view, it was easier to sell a product than me. It felt different. It felt like it was detached from me. So it wasn't personal. So I could be like, oh, here's the thing, this is how much it is, and so that made it much easier. Beyond that, what happened was I shifted to selling on Evergreen. So I basically got really good at writing sales pages, at doing videos that sold. And so by refining that and learning how to do that meant that I could sell when I was selling on video. I wasn't in the heat of the moment, like you're talking to a client. That's when I sort of freeze and panic, and I would always say the wrong price or do the wrong thing, or like overcharge or undercharge, or just forget, and I get in a panic. Whereas on a video, of course, you can just do it till you get it right. So that's what happened. I would get it right because it was on video and it was pre-recorded. So that would do the selling for me. And then my sales page would do the selling for me. So it was just easier, okay? Because I could put the work in, and as an introvert, that suited me, that style of selling. And then it meant people would see in a Facebook group, and I'd say, oh, I've got this thing that will help, here's a link. Or I'd be emailing my list, and I'd say, here's the link. And so I could sell it. And so it removed that awkwardness. And then I learned to do webinars, and the same thing again. I could learn the format of doing a webinar. And so again, I removed that, oh, buy me thing, because I could construct the webinar in such a way where I wasn't selling me. I'd kind of do the selling before I got to the, oh, here's the price point. I'd have done overcoming lots of objections, helping people, overcoming their fears and their blocks and their barriers. And then I say, oh, well, if you're looking for help with this, here's this product, this is how much it is. And that felt much more comfortable to me. So I was able to sell. And so I still suck at selling. I'm not a natural salesperson. And you know, sometimes I have these moments where I had a call yesterday with somebody and I thought afterwards, what are you doing? That was terrible. Or, I mean, like terrible. And occasionally I'll have moments where if I'm in my membership and someone will be asking me about like a course of mine or a product, and they put me on the spot and I have to like sell this thing. And I stumble and I'm rubbish. And so I'm not the world's greatest salesperson. But what I have done is I found ways to basically move myself out of the way. And so I've done so many like sales courses, and I've done loads of mindset work, and I've had like RTT and NLP and you name it, of Reiki and like all of these things to help me with my mindset and my selling. I'm still not great, but by shifting me out the way, I'm not a block to my own success. And that's what I want for you too, because I really strongly think that that can make everything so much easier when you're in the flow and you can sell so much easier, and it's more effective and it's better. So I have, if you click on the link below, I have a free guide to help you with just setting up your launch. So it's a no-brainer guide to make it easy for you to launch. It's the steps that I use, and so it's like, make it easy for yourself so that because it's easy, your brain won't say, oh, you can't do this, it's too scary, don't do it. Your brain will say, okay, all right, this is all right, you can do this. And then it means you're more likely to sell. Now, obviously, then we have to overcome some other hurdles, but at least your brain is not resistant to you starting the process of selling. So I really strongly say, give it a go. It will, honestly, if you can sell and sell consistently, that will change everything for you and your business. Imagine how you will feel if you're selling consistently, if you're making money in your business. How much better will you feel at those awful family parties where people say, how's your business? And you kind of go, and instead you're like, oh yes, we're doing well, thank you. And that's a really nice feeling to be able to look someone in the eye and say that. So check out that link. If you like this video, I have loads of tips and strategies to help you with building your online courses and selling them. So please subscribe. I hope to see you again soon, and thanks so much for watching. Bye bye bye.